College football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the Florida Atlantic Owls and the Army Black Knights. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Thanks, guys. Checking in with the Owls head coach before the game. This is a crucial moment in their season. They've got to decide what type of team they are. They're finding ways to lose close games, and they've got to get their first win in conference play. Coach says it's crucial that they get off to a good start here today. He wants focus, communication, and more dominance and physicality at the line of scrimmage. I'll keep you posted on how they look down here from the field level to start the first quarter. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Florida Atlantic ready to kick it off and get this game started. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The give from the gun. Good pickup on the ground there. Give him 5 to the 16-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Smith's got it. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. Somebody catch it, big fella.
Just going to keep it after the snap. Maybe a crease. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Howard. Oh, he's got some space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind, and it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
And the Black Knights now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He leaves it with his back. And he'll be brought down.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
All right, I know it's early, but it's just one drive, right? You got to put this behind you. It isn't how you wanted to open up. It isn't how you wanted to start. This offense has got to go to the sidelines, get with the coach, settle down, and figure out the game plan for the rest of the game.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Wants to throw it again. Finds his man. It's Garcia. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the deep.
Caught, and he will score! Touchdown, Florida Atlantic!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he added the extra point. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. This quarterback part of their running game. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the quick pass. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
That was a 3rd down this offense absolutely had to have. They're already down in this game, and so on 3rd down, you've got to find a way to win. And it's a nice job in the one-on-one, running a good route, creating some separation, quarterback throwing on time, and this offense stays on the field.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not on this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. Lots of time left, and we are ready to get back to it and open the second period. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. A run for the quarterback. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done then.
And after the punt, that's where they'll mark it, just outside the 30-yard line. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Looking to take a shot. Catch inside the 25. He is in. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
14 on 0.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Army sends its offense onto the field to start the drive. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Got it set up on the outside. Breaks into the open. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Black Knights come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Off the RPO, complete. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
Now the play fake. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
And listen, this is where you catch a defense off guard. They're not expecting the fullback to be a big part of the throwing game. How about the big play game, gaining all that yardage? That is not something that was in the scouting report. Nice job by the offense drawing up a play for the big fullback.
To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Howard. Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the 36. The completion picked up 6 yards on first down, now 2nd and 4. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to fire. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Now that's a throw in the drag route where you just got to have patience. You got to let your wide receiver clear through all the bodies in the middle of the field. They just couldn't hook up on that one.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Unloads it left. He's got it. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Touchdown, Army! What a catch in the end zone for 6.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking downfield on first down. Pressure coming. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
To the air on second down. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Taking it the other way. All the way back. Touchdown, Black Knights!
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And right down the middle. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wants to throw on first down. Escapes the pressure to his right. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Quarterback moving. He makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for a big play. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Made that play and was hoping to make another one on the return, but they'll take it in business at the 41.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It sucks. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Finds a little space. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. The keeper on the option. There he goes. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops. And the Black Knights have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Gets the back moving. Using his feet. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Army!
This really has been a tale of 2 quarters for this offense. They were shut out in the first quarter, and they've been lighting the scoreboard up in the second. Give this offensive coordinator some credit. He found a rhythm. He was able to get this offense churning big plays out one after another, and right now they are playing with tons of confidence.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Going to try to get it himself. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Going downfield for the big play. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. Let's open things up with Georgia Tech taking on the Cal Golden Bears. And it's the Yellow Jackets looking to make it 5 straight wins, and they do that. They essentially lock down a postseason spot, although I think their goals are far bigger than just that. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
So here comes the Florida Atlantic offense ready to go to work. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Henry.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. They'll try to get it through the air. Makes a catch. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Time to take a shot. Brings it down on the right side. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
There's a great example of a quarterback who's able to turn the page. Things haven't always gone his way. He's obviously thrown 2 picks earlier in this game, but he's still staying aggressive. He's still taking shots, and his guys are making plays for him.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
And an empty backfield here on 2nd and short. Wants to throw again. Hauls it in. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Owls, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Escapes the pressure going right. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. The throw to the outside is complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Looking to get it in. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
Spear, hey, spear! Iron! Venom, hey, Venom!
From the gun, he'll try to throw. Looking for the goal line.
And what a job by the defense, seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed. As soon as he catches it, defender meet ball carrier and gets him on the ground.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Black Knights offense will go to work. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the 3rd. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Black Knights want to move quickly.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. He'll pull it down and run. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
3rd down, I got this. I'll take this myself. He makes the read quickly. He calls his number. He has confidence in himself. Goes and gets the 1st down.
And the Black Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Turning it on. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
And how about this, D? You think they're locked in and dialed into this quarterback and his ability to run the football? You've seen him make plays throughout this game. They know it. They're seeing it, and they're making sure that guy's not going to beat him.
He's taking the shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Love the coverage on the back end. The defenders staying right by the receiver, the intended target. As a result, that ball's incomplete.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Here comes the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
That is a gut punch if you're the offense because they're in dime personnel. They're only rushing 4 guys. You've got 5 offensive linemen. You've got the option of bringing other people in to help give your QB time. And this offense, not good enough.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Looking to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Messer. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Running inside, it's Bernard. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
I know he's got the height and weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Trying play action. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
I love the awareness by the DB. Great job, man. It's in your own end zone. You see the ball, you break on it. I'm not trying to catch that thing. I'm trying to swat it down. Make sure I don't give up the touchdown. Nice awareness by the DB.
Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Fires to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Man, those sting, man. The third down, the money down, your guys got to come through. You had a good play called, receiver there to make a play. He's just got to catch the football. Those hurt on any down, but especially third down.
And it's good! They take the lead here in the fourth.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. After giving up that field goal, they find themselves trailing and trying to do something about it on this drive. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on third down that this running back's going to get it again. He got it on first, had a nice carry, got it on second. Now he set him up in third and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They'll move the tight end. Now they're going to throw it. Taken in by Smith on the right side. Could not make his way to the corner. Quarterback using all of the receivers at his disposal. This time he found the fullback.
And it's nice to have a guy that can block and obviously have the versatility to also catch the football, so you can mix it up and keep that defense guessing.
On third down, he drops to throw. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. Wants to adjust the pattern. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that fourth down stop and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to be aggressive. It's going to be a big possession right here in the fourth quarter to get me the football back.
The run inside. It's Bernard. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. He'll start this drive going to the air. Snagged out of the air. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Man, is that good situational football. Understanding what they're trying to do. They're trying to get it to their speedster. I got to come up. I got to get him on the ground. Nice execution by this defense, and they're going to need more of it. Late in the football.
There's a crease. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the first down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory. The Black Knights just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Tight end now in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Howard. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And finally, we see a nice game. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing going and get back in this football game.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Touchdown, Black Knights! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. And here's the return. Across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds, and that's where the offense will go to work. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got a man. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
Man, the clock is not our friend right now. The first down stops it. That is great. We got to get some chunk yardage plays, make some hay while this clock's running out.
Well, if this situation in a game trailing with not a lot of time left, I understand going to the sideline to try and save clock, but you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Don't be afraid to use those. You can attack the middle of the field, use the timeouts to save the clock that way.
Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. He'll pull it down. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Now, the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Wants to throw on 3rd down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. And they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best. And that time, they were able to force an incompletion.
Time is their enemy. It's running out on them. Down 4, they'll go for it on 4th down. This is a designed run. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. 4th and short, ball right at midfield. Really don't have a lot to lose by not going for it there, and they're able to cash in.
100% of the time you're going for this. If you're not,
he tries to take the top off. He caught it. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. The Owls right back down the field with the answer.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They'll start this drive going to the air. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Takes a hit as he fires. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
and this defense taking matters into their own hands. 1st down, you get the sack. 2nd down, you force the incompletion. Now sitting at 3rd and long, you got them in their own territory. Big opportunity for this defense to shut this offense down right now.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. It came down to the final quarter, clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.